Greetings, Right Roasties, and welcome to this, our second edition of the Right Roast Taster Set. And we'll be going through the 3 coffees that are in the set this month, following their recipes, and talking about the coffees. So to kick things off, we'll start with number 1. Number 1 is HUYE Mountain, and if you're our customer, you will have seen video number 1, which is an interview with Ralph, the owner. Remember, here comes the recipe up on the screen. This is the one we're going to follow. Smells very plummy. Really nice smell. A gentle juiciness just rolls down the back of your throat. It's a really lovely kind of tartness. Juiciness. It's just, that's what I love about the Rwandan coffees. Juice. It's like you're biting a berry and it just pops and you get the tart juiciness. And just to round things off about the barn, we've wanted to work with them for ages. So really, it was a real coup to meet Ralph. Really, in terms of the coffee world, many people have built their own sort of vision of making coffee through his influence, or maybe even through directly working with him. And yeah, number 1. Coffee number 2 is by Fjord, and that's 3 Australian guys living in Berlin. They sent us this coffee, and when we tasted it, we were just very excited to choose this. So I think even before we knew we were going to have 3 Rwandan coffees, we were pretty sure that this MACUBA was going to be one of the coffees. And we found their story really interesting, that they are collaborators and own other projects, and that kind of way of working is starting to happen more and more, and there's just a really interesting example of that going on right now. This recipe was quite a lot of coffee, actually. Really clean. This one is much more buttery. There's that juiciness, but this time I feel like that juiciness is sort of somewhere in the background going, hello, from the back of the room. But at the front, you get a kind of more buttery smoothness. Almost more herbs in this, maybe. It feels less plummy. I would say that maybe the Barnes, the more classic Rwandan characteristics that you can get, which is that sort of raisiny juiciness with depth. This one exhibits a balance between another kind of sweetness. And on to coffee number 3. Now the Visit are the new kids on the block. They've been around a couple of years. Jasper Springling, their head roaster, is the guy we met. Well, he's very experienced. He used to work for Bonanza. He's worked with Man vs. Machine. Let's try his coffee now. This one already smells different. I'm not getting much of the raisin smell that I'm getting in the barn, or that kind of herby smell that I was getting with the MACUBA, but very clean and bright. Almost a kind of lemon taste in there. There's high fruit and there's a little bit of mid-tone. This one is probably the most out there one for me. Okay, so that wraps things up. Now remember, if you got your hold of one of these taster sets, you will also have one of these, and it's a handy scorecard. So we'd love it if you would include scores and notes and feedback in general on these things. And on the other side, you've got discount code if you want any of these coffees or any other coffees by our featured roasters. Get 10% off. If you didn't get this month's taster set, the orders will be opening soon for taster set number 3, and to subscribe, follow, to keep up to date with all new things that are going on. So that's it for now, and remember, light roast is the right roast.